Hello, and thank you for coming by. My name is James, one of the founders of Iconic Genius, and in this on-demand webinar, I'm going to teach lawyers the number one way to generate high-quality leads in 48 hours or less. And in the process, you're going to grow your practice, you're going to have more time with your friends and family, and you're going to be able to do more of the things that you saw yourself doing when you first started out to become an attorney. Now keep in mind, this works in any niche of law, so grab your pen and your pad and prepare to be wowed by the information you are about to hear in this webinar. All right, so I'm going to take a wild guess. You became a lawyer because you always dreamt of working 14 hours a day just to make a couple hundred grand a year. Oh, and you will barely get to see your friends and family. That's why you became a lawyer, right? I know. There's a better way, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a proven way to get out of the lawyer rat race, okay? And even if you want to have other lawyers working for you while you reap the benefits of spending more time with friends and family, I'm going to show that to you here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. I promise you, I won't take a lot of your time, so just bear with me, okay? Now, I want you to think about this logically. This next question is the million-dollar question. It's the million-dollar question of what this webinar is about. If you had to generate high-quality leads right now for your firm fast, what would you do? Outside of just a referral. If you had to get a case right now for your firm fast, what would you do? What about you? Okay. All right, so we're going to go over a couple of things that maybe you've said or maybe you've tried in the past, okay? Or maybe you know a law firm that has tried this in the past, okay? Let's take a look at one of these four. Newspaper ads. Well, we already know people aren't reading the news like they used to, on a newspaper anyway. Billboards. Okay, nobody's paying attention to billboards. We both know this. TV ads. Now, some will say TV is still king, okay, but we all know TV is still very expensive, and the ROI on TV is still, honestly, it's a mystery. All right, now radio, it's another one of those platforms that's outdated, obviously, with Pandora and Apple, things of that nature, other platforms. But what I will say from radio is I did a couple years back, I was the marketing director for a law firm on Wall Street, and we ran some radio ads in New York City, and it worked fantastic. In fact, he was already running them before I came on board, and we just switched things up. We switched the ad, we switched the time slots, and it was through the roof. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Radio is still, obviously, unless you have money to blow, radio is not one of the first ways that you want to go, and you're not going to get a lead within 48 hours using radio. So, but what will you do? What can you do to get you a case in 48 hours or less? I got it right here. It's Google. You can generate tons of leads via Google. Okay, now, I'm not talking about the SEO side of Google. I'm not talking about Google Maps. I'm not talking about Google Places or Google Plus. I'm not talking about any of that, okay? So this is something totally different. Now, some of you may have mentioned Facebook. That was another one that, someone that may have mentioned. And Facebook is great. Facebook is phenomenal. In fact, we're going to do a webinar on Facebook, but there is a very big difference between Facebook and Google. There's a very big difference between Google and all the others. I wonder if you know what that is. Do you know what that is? Well, it's interesting. It is interesting to see if you know what that is. But in the next couple of minutes, I promise you I'm going to share with you the number one way to generate high quality leads, cases via Google in 48 hours or less, okay? Oh, and I'm also going to show you exactly why other practices fail. And I'm going to show you why you won't in the next couple of minutes. So please be focused. Focus your mind. Clear your mind. These are going to work for you. I promise you. If you just stick to what I'm telling you, it's going to work, okay? Now, at any point throughout this webinar, if you find yourself with this face right here, please email me at info@iconicgenius.com, okay? And I will answer any of your questions. This is an on-the-go webinar. This is an on-demand webinar, so trust me, you can play this back. You can rewind it. But again, if you have questions, we are very interactive. We're very engaging, and I will personally respond back to you within 24 hours. So if you have any questions, email me. Do not go through the course of this webinar with this face right here. Okay. Why is Google still king? I love to go by the numbers. So let's do that annually. Trillions. We're in the trillions right here, guys. Trillions of searches on Google annually. Now, daily, we're in the billions. These are people that are thirsty online. They're looking for knowledge. They're searching for something. That's why you go to Google, because you're looking for something. And that, my friends, is what makes Google king, and that's what makes Google different than anything else. These people are searching for your services. They're either injured, they're going through a custody battle, they're going through a divorce, they're going through a business legal battle, whatever the case may be. These are red hot leads that are searching, finding, and hopefully calling you. But if you're not on the first page of Google, you're not getting those phone calls, obviously. But again, you have that opportunity to be on Google. And what's more important is that these people, these leads online, they've already taken an action that brings them much closer to becoming a case, a client for you. And this is different from being interrupted. That's what billboards and television do. You know, that's the big difference between Google and TV, radio, and billboards, is that it interrupts you. When you're watching your favorite TV show, that commercial interrupts you. When you're watching, listening to the radio, your favorite song goes off, guess what? That commercial is interrupting your listening pleasure, okay? But it doesn't stop there. There's a lot more that you cannot deny from Google as far as just the ad revenue alone. I mean, you can see the numbers right here. Now, this is an older report, but again, the numbers haven't changed that much as far as Google still being number one. They're still number one, guys. All right, now Facebook obviously is doing a great job, and we're going to do a webinar on Facebook as well. But for right now, I promise you guys, Google is still the number one way that you will generate leads within 48 hours, and the numbers speak for themselves, okay? So if you have questions, ask info@iconicgenius.com. All right, now, how do you turn leads into clients in 48 hours or less? All right, now, again, I'm not talking about SEO. When I talk about getting leads via Google, this is not an SEO thing. SEO is a long-term game. It is necessary, but it's not necessary to generate leads in 48 hours or less. All right, the number one way to do that is by using different keywords and keyword variations, okay? Now, this is a very complex thing, but the simplest way I can tell you is that if you're a law firm in Brooklyn, New York, okay, it could be Turner and Smith personal injury law firm, Brooklyn, New York. That would be a keyword variation. Okay, so that's about as simple as I can give it to you. Now, there's a trillion different variations that you can use, and the idea is that you find the right ones, and then you begin to start bidding and putting ads on those keyword variations. So again, I can go deeper into that, but this is more so just for you to understand how to get these leads within 48 hours. You can do this research on your own. You can definitely look up keyword variations for your practice, for your niche. All the information is online, guys. I mean, you can find this stuff. But Google AdWords is the answer, and it gives your practice a huge advantage when it comes to being local. All right, so the number one advantage, or well, it's a lot of advantages, I can't say, but one of the number one advantages for Google is that you can place your ads in front of people who are 1 to 5 miles from your actual office, or 1 to 25 miles from your office, or wherever. It doesn't matter. You know, for example, one of the things that we do for my agency is that we can target zip codes that have high accident rates. Or we can target zip codes that have high divorce rates. These are all different zip codes and ways that you can target ads online with Google, but this is the most simplistic way that I could show you right here, as you can see with these arrows. Now think about this for a second. If this is your law practice, let's say, and I'm looking for, I got in an accident, a car accident, and I'm looking for an attorney. Now, I don't know you, but I do know this street because I work out on the same street. So I know this is a affluent neighborhood or affluent road. Like, I know this is a good road. So now your business has more validity. I have more trust in your business now because I know the street that you're on. This is one of the things that Google does that allows you to be seen and called faster. And this is also one of the main differences between a good ad and a bad ad. Okay, now here's some other advantages to using Google AdWords. Obviously, the competition in most cases is low. There's no big nationwide companies. For example, if you're a pizzeria, excuse me, and you're trying to battle with Pizza Hut or Domino's or Papa John's, I mean, at that point you have to get a little more creative. But that's 9 times out of 10 not the case with you. And there's so many different variations that you can do for law that, again, if you're smart about it, or if you have the right company behind you, it's competition is very low. The other thing is people love local. So, whenever you do decide to do ads with Google, make sure you use the name of the city in your ad. Because, again, think about it. If you live in Arkansas, or no, let's say you live in the Bronx, right? Let's say you live in the Bronx, and I say in an ad, Bronx residents beware. Well, if you're scrolling on your phone and you see Bronx residents beware and you live in the Bronx, what are you going to do? You're going to stop and read. What do I need to beware about? So again, people just love local. It's something you have to do. Trust me, it works. The other thing is that I think I said this a little earlier. Hyper targeted ads. That means, again, 1 to 20 miles radius within your firm's location, where your office is at. You are able to reach people that are right around the corner in your backyard that may have never heard about your firm. Now, here are 3 main reasons as to why AdWords campaigns fail. The main one really is the landing page is either non-existent or it's awful. And if you tried Google Ads in the past and you didn't have a landing page, well, I promise you that's why it failed. So this is something very important. We want to have a good landing page, and hopefully you have a web designer, somebody that can create a landing page for you. The second thing is the ad is horrible and it has low click-through rates. Now I'm going to explain this one in a few minutes. I'll show you what a bad ad looks like, so please just bear with me so you can see that. The third one is the campaign was set up wrong from the beginning. Now this is one of those things that a lot of times you may have a PPC manager running your campaign, and they didn't set it up wrong as far as they didn't hyper target, they didn't use interest, they didn't use the right keywords, they didn't use highlights. And again, I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth what a bad ad looks like. But in most cases, the PPC manager set it up wrong, and they didn't nurture the campaign the right way, and that's very important. Again, guys, if you have questions, please ask. I know I may move or talk a little fast, so if it's something you want me to explain a little bit more, send me an email. This is an on-demand webinar, so this does mean you can play it back at any time, or play it as many times as you'd like. It doesn't matter. But again, if you have questions, we are very interactive. Email us info@iconicgenius.com. Okay. Now, what does a good ad look like? Because good ads are hard to find. In fact, sorry guys. In fact, one of the most important things about a good ad and a good landing page is that it'll double your leads. I can say that from personal experience. I had clients in the past and even currently who've been running Google AdWords but didn't have a good landing page or a landing page at all, and we doubled their conversions just by creating a good, high converting landing page. Okay, now don't get me wrong, the ad still must look good. It still must have all the right words and verbiage and buzzwords so that when the customer sees it makes them feel good. But a good landing page, it speaks for itself. And the other thing a good landing page does is it looks good on a cell phone. You want to be where the attention is at. You want to be where the eyeballs are at. And your next case is he or she is on a cell phone. I promise you, it's a must. You must be marketing to where the attention is, and it is on the cell phone. Okay, guys? I mean, I literally, for one client, we tripled their leads that they had coming in every day just because we converted their landing page to mobile. So the first moment it went live, people saw that landing page on the mobile and they clicked it faster. So it's a fact, guys. It works. These tips right here, they work. Okay, guys. I promise you, if you follow what I'm showing you, it works and you will convert. And the great thing about that is Google will reward you when you have high converting ads. So that means You know, when your ad is getting a high click-through rate, your cost per click is going down dramatically. So if a person clicks on my ad and originally it was $20 for them to click on that ad, well, the more times that people start clicking on that ad, the lower the ad becomes. So now someone could click on it and it's $3. But yet this $3 ad just, it was a case for $10,000, was a case for $100,000, or however much money your cases go for. You just got it for $3, or even $20. I mean, think about it, $75 for $1,000 case. I'll take that any day. I'll spend $75 to make $1,000 any day. So again, guys, I mean, you know, Google rewards you for having good ads. Okay, so if you double your click-through rate, not only are you getting twice as many potential leads, you're also paying a lot less per click. Okay, and what gives you high click-through rates? I know that's probably what you're thinking. Well, it's definitely not this. So look at this. I mean, come on, guys, look at this ad right here. This ad right here, nobody's clicking on this ad, and if they are, they're spending a ton of money to get someone to click on it because it's a terrible looking ad. And I know you could probably even write something better than this yourself. You could take 5 minutes out of your day to put towards your business, to put towards the future of your business, and write an ad that looks better than this. Oh my God. So I'm going to even show you something better. This is the difference between a good ad and a bad ad. Okay, it's very easy to see. I have it right here for you guys. I mean, this is how you get leads within 48 hours right here. This is the meat. This is what we came for. So this bad ad, as you can see, it's dry. Nothing here. Speak with a family law specialist. I mean, I don't even want to talk to whoever wrote this, but it's really bad, as you can see. Now this is beautiful. Number right here at the top, you can see it. No number up here. Let's see, if I don't know who you are and I'm looking for an attorney, yes, I want an aggressive and affordable attorney. I do. That's check and check. Aggressive and affordable, yes. Look, that doesn't, nothing up here says that up here, guys. In this bad ad right here, nothing says that. But again, down here, look at this good ad. Family law, child custody. Look, I mean, these are highlights right here. There's no highlights up here. So if I'm in the business and I'm looking, or in the market and I'm looking for a family attorney, this is, I'm gonna call this person. Free consultation is right here. Now, again, they both could have made this ad, but so I don't know, somebody just wasn't, they didn't watch this webinar, I guess, this one up top. Again, down here you have your address, you have your phone number. Again, that's a good ad. That's how you're going to get a lead within 48 hours, I promise you. That's how you're going to get a lead within 48 hours, no matter where you are, no matter what area of law you're in. You put an ad up like this on Google, you will get a lead within 48 hours. Oh, but one more thing too, you do have to have to have the right keywords running behind this ad too. So this is the front end of what makes the ad go in 48 hours. The behind the scenes part is using the keyword variation. So you want to make sure you use the right keywords along with the right looking ad. Okay, so you get two of those together, and boom, you've got leads within 48 hours, and you've got leads forever for the life of your business. You know, Google is not going to go anywhere. So as long as Google is around, you will be getting leads forever. I promise you. So again, I hope at no point of this webinar that you had the face of this young child right here, unless it was like gas or something. But you know, if you were confused, or if I was talking too fast, or you know, you need more clarity in any area or section of this webinar, please feel free to email me at info@iconicgenius.com. I personally answer all the emails back. I will even give you my number if we need to talk further, but definitely want you to get all the jewels that were in this webinar. And I do want to leave you one final thought. Okay, I mean, do you really want to be that hardworking attorney that spends eternity working 12 to 14 hours a day for just a couple $100,000 a year? I mean, do you really want to sacrifice friends and family for a couple $100,000? Is that why you got into started practicing law? Is that why you became a lawyer? I mean, I hope not. So if you're ready to build a huge law practice with continuous new leads calling your office every day, please take action with these steps that I've given you. You have to take action. You will start getting leads. No, it's not easy. No, you may not know what you're doing. Well, that means you hire someone, or you do the research. Take the time out to do it for your practice and for your future. I mean, this will also get you to the point where you have other attorneys working for you, because you'll be getting so many leads coming in that you will not be able to take all the cases. Okay, again, the reason that makes Google different is because these people are looking. Someone's been in an accident and they're looking to see if they're going to get money. So please take the advice that is in this webinar. I'm happy to give you a free consultation so you can learn more. About how to do it. I can learn more about your practice, so that way I can give you better tips. If you're interested in my services, trust me, we have a proven system to generate high quality leads from Google and from Facebook as well too. So please be on the lookout. We're going to be doing a webinar on Facebook as well too. Thank you again for taking the time out to watch this webinar, listen to this webinar. Again, you can rewind it. It's an on-demand webinar, so you can fast forward, rewind, listen or watch certain sections of it. Share it with friends, share it with your colleagues, share it with people who are starting their own practice or their own business. Anyone that is, looking to try to generate more leads, you could take this same template and put it into any business design. Really, I promise you it works. Restaurant business, any business, you can use this. So please pass it to your friends. Send them my email. They can talk to me as well. So again, thank you for taking out the time to watch this webinar. My name is James from Iconic Genius, and please have a wonderful and blessed day.